This is Joshua Hart here for Seconds Out. Delighted to be joined by Joe Cordina here in Manchester. Joe, it's the return. Been over a year now since we last seen you in the ring. First of all, how's everything been? Everything been good?
Everything's good, mate. Everything's good. Training's gone well. I'm training back home now, so yeah, a lot more happier.
What was the choice for going back home? And obviously you split from Tony Sims and had a little stint down in Essex with Barry Smith. What was the reason to go back to Cardiff and take it back to home?
I just think, for me, it was a long time coming. I never done it earlier because I think I was always worried about the distractions, but I think I'm more experienced enough now to know that certain things are distractions and I don't need them in my life. So, yeah, for me, I think now is the time. I made the decision to go with Gary, good trainer. He was a good fighter back in his day, and a good person. So, and that's where I train when I'm home anyway. So, yeah, it's around a good bunch of boys. You got the likes of Gavin Gwynn in there, Liam Williams, Carvel Crocker, Ben Crocker, Reese Edwards, and there's a few others. Liam Ball. There's a few other youngsters coming through as well. So, yeah, there's a good bunch of boys down there.
And how enjoyable has it been to be back at home and be back around familiar surroundings, especially after such a long time with Tony and probably being based down in London?
Yeah, it's a lot more enjoyable for me. Yeah, it's good. Mentally, it's great because I go home from the gym and I get to see my kids. I go and see my kids. I can see them after bed. I can see them after school. So, yeah, it's a lot more enjoyable for me, and mentally, it's better as well.
Obviously, this weekend is all about the return up at lightweight. I know you were meant to have the fight with Shakur Stevenson, but obviously fell through due to injury. How frustrating was that process, especially in the aftermath? It seemed like you were left out in the cold a little bit.
Yeah, it was very frustrating because the thing is, when you're in boxing, as a fighter, you want to win world titles, you want to be involved in massive fights, and that was my massive fight against a superstar. So, yeah, and it was sort of taken away from me. Obviously, no fault of anyone's, but he had a hand injury. But then we could have rescheduled it, which I thought we were rescheduling, and then he wanted to fight someone else. Which, when he did injure his hand, he messaged me saying that we'll definitely do it. We'll 100% do it, and then, yeah, he decided to go with Floyd Schofield.
Is that a fight you're targeting going up and obviously getting on Saturday and then? I want
to win a world title. So whoever's got a world title, I want to fight.
Absolutely. Obviously, returning now after a year out, what do you feel has changed in that last year about yourself? Do you feel like you've developed more as a man or anything in that sense?
No, not really. I've always been a bit switched on, but now I'm taking control of my career myself. So, yeah, business-wise, I think I'm a little bit more switched on in that sense.
Obviously, last time out for yourself back in Riyadh last year, obviously the first time suffering a defeat. What was the feeling, and the mindset like for those first few weeks, trying to get to grips with defeat?
It was hard. I'm not gonna lie. It was difficult, but I got good people around me, keep me positive. My family positive, and my faith. It always keeps me in a good place, and I knew at one time it'll come back. It'll come back to me. Them good times will come back to me, and look, we're back on a big bill, and back with Matchroom, and it won't be before long that I'm headlining again. So I'm looking forward to it.
Am I correct in saying that there was a period over this last year where you were a promotional free agent and you were free to discuss with other people?
Yeah, I was. I wasn't really aware until Eddie mentioned it to me. But yeah, I was a free agent for a little bit. But listen, I think certain people want you to fight certain people to benefit them, and for me, it just wasn't right. So, yeah, I think the best thing for me, like Eddie, I've been with Eddie my career. I never ever wanted to leave Matchroom. So, it was the fact that when we were in contract, the matching rights were with two specific fighters, and obviously one was in my gym at the time, which was Lee Wood, and the other one was Josh Warrington, which retired at the time, and now I'm a weight above. So it's it wasn't as straightforward as people would imagine.
How did the opportunity come about to get back working with Matchroom? What conversations had that led to getting this fight on July 5th?
Funny enough, my man rang Eddie, and they had a conversation. Don't know what was said, because Eddie never really told me what was said in depth for the thing, but how it started he told me, and same with my dad. But what my dad told me was before Eddie told me, so I rang Eddie and I sort of apologised on his behalf, and it went from there then. And we talked. He was like, "What's happening?" And I said, "Nothing." He said, "Well, come up to Johnny Fisher, Dave Allen Presser, and then we'll talk." So I went up, had a chat, and he was like, "Listen, we'll fight 5th of July, and then we'll go at the end of the year, and then we'll get back on track to become a 2-weight, 3-time world champion." And just as easy as that.
So will that fight at the back end of the year, will this be you back headlining, hopefully in Cardiff?
I don't know, potentially. He mentioned a few things, but obviously I got to get through Saturday first and foremost, otherwise me becoming a 2-weight, 3-time world champion ain't there. So that's the plan. Focus on Saturday and then we move forward.
And what are you looking to show the fans? Are you looking just to remind everyone that Joe Cordina is still here and make that statement that you need to make on Saturday?
Yeah, of course. Obviously, listen, I'm not delusional. I'm not going out there saying I'm going to hit him with this, I'm going to hit him with that. You're going to see something you've never ever seen before. I'm a fighter, and people have seen me fight plenty of times, but they know I'm always in an exciting fight. I'll always be in an exciting fight because I have got that grit, I have got that will to win, and if he brings something that I haven't seen before, which I highly doubt it, but I know I got stuff to match it. But I just want people to see the old me and how I used to fight, and not be weight drained, for which my last 2 fights have been. So I'm looking forward to Saturday.
Well, we look forward to the return. Just one more from me, Joe. A good friend of yours, Conor Benn, he gets his rematch against Chris Eubank Jr in September. How do you believe he goes about righting those wrongs of the first fight and getting the victory?
I just think I can't say he got to be a little bit fair. He can't. He done everything right. I think the only thing that let him down the last fight was the last 2 rounds, which just the bigger man just overtook. I think maybe try and get an early start, like a quicker start, which I can't even say he didn't have a quick start last time. He had a very quick start, and he kept the pace. But I think them last 2 rounds, but I think that would have, and he was out a long time, so maybe that was had an effect on it. But I'm hoping he goes out this time and gets the job done in good fashion.
Joe, I'm going to leave it there. Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you.
Best of luck on
Cheers,
Saturday.
mate. Thank you.